The majority the Republican Party won in the House of Representatives has already narrowed and is expected to soon become even slimmer. 215 Democrats and 220 Republicans were elected or reelected to the House this fall, but only 219 Republicans are currently serving in the House after Congressman Matt Gaetz resigned in November. The GOP's majority will become even leaner once Representatives Elise Stefanik of New York, Mike Waltz, resigned to serve in President-elect Donald Trump's new administration. Joining us now, Democratic Congressman Suhas Subramanyam joins us now from Capitol Hill. He's a new member of Congress representing Virginia's 10th congressional district. Congressman, great to see you. Thanks for taking the time. So
Thank you.
Congressman, you're in a state that has a Republican governor, but a lot of Democrats up in Northern Virginia and elsewhere. What's your plan, how you're going to navigate a Republican majority in Congress and a Republican president as a new member?
Look, I've always been bipartisan. I've always tried to work across the aisle. Republicans haven't indicated so far that they're serious about doing that. And so if they want to be historically unproductive, like they were in the 118th Congress, then they'll keep on doing that. If they want to actually be more productive, get things done for the American people, they'll work with Democrats like me. And so my door's open. I'm ready to work with them when they're ready.
How old are you, Congressman?
I'm 38.
And tell me a little bit about your district.
Yeah, I've got one of the best commutes in Congress. I'm about 40 minutes away in Northern Virginia. We've got a lot of federal workers in places like Loudoun County and Prince William County, and we want to make sure that, we protect them and protect our economy and protect the federal workforce because that's important to our economy.
And Congressman, when you think about the federal employees in your district, how do they look at Elon Musk and Doge and that whole effort to curtail the size and scope of the federal government?
Yeah, whether it's contractors or civil servants, if the idea is to make government more efficient and better and get more for our tax dollars, I think everyone's on board. I'm certainly on board, and that's work that I've done before. If the idea is to fire federal workers and replace them with Trump loyalists, or to move federal agencies for the sake of it at the cost of taxpayers, then that's the fight that I'm willing to bring on and have, because that's really bad for our country. It's really bad for our community.
What's the mood in your district, Congressman, about immigration and border security? You have the Lake and Riley Act that's being considered on Capitol Hill. Where do you land on that?
Yeah, I think in general, people want immigration reform, but that does not mean, mass deportations. That's certainly something I don't support. If an undocumented immigrant commits a crime, though, then that's something where we should consider whether they should remain in the country. I think that was what the Lake and Riley Act was about. We have a couple more votes this week about that. And so, there's going to be a vetting process as we look into giving undocumented folks a path to citizenship. But, certainly a mass deportation, I don't think that'll be taken too kindly, and it's, I don't think, very American either.
But it seems like it is coming, Congressman, the effort to have a mass deportation. So when that does play out, as we expect it to, what are House Democrats going to do? Is it going to be protest? Is it going to be, you can only do so much in the minority, but what is the plan?
Yeah, part of trying to do that, it's a very expensive undertaking. And so as we look into how we're spending money as a country, rather than a mass deportation, which not only is, tough for a lot of communities, it also raises costs. Republicans just campaigned on lowering costs, but a lot of undocumented workers work in fields. They pay tax money, and they also lower costs for a lot of businesses, and they pass that on to consumers. And so we're just going to point out how bad it is for the American people to do something like that.
Congressman, I'm 39 years old, and so I'm a seasoned Washington hand compared to the 38-year-old congressman. And
Sure.
We grew up with different social media when we were in college and we were in high school. Not everything was around, but now for the people 10, 15 years younger than us, TikTok is huge. But it now appears to be on track to be banned in the United States. As one of the younger members of Congress, where do you come down on TikTok?
Yeah, it's tough because I hate to ban a technology or social media like that. And in general, I know a lot of young folks who really, really like TikTok, and it's really well, received in the U.S. There are national security concerns, but I hope that they will be resolved. I hope that ByteDance, the parent company, will work with us on starting a U.S. subsidiary or selling it to a U.S. company, because I know a lot of people really like that product. So I hope that it will resolve itself, but there are a lot of national security concerns for sure.
Congressman, finally, Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania has gotten a lot of attention for visiting President-elect Trump at Mar-a-Lago. If you got the invitation to meet with President-elect Trump or President Trump, would you take it?
I'll work with anyone to get things done, even President Trump. With that said, I don't necessarily think I need to go to Mar-a-Lago to meet with him. He wants to meet in D.C. I'm right here in the Capitol.
Congressman Suhas Subramanyam, we really appreciate you stopping by and wish you the best of luck as you begin your congressional term.
Thank you so much.